Tim Wiseman. Today I want to talk to you about a controversial ruling that is before the governor that is to help homeless people that are in need of subsidies to get permanent housing. And so we're going to talk about that today. The Texas Department of Housing and Affairs is offering a tax subsidy, offer finances for individuals that are homeless or in low poverty situations. But the problem that if they have any kind of felony on their background, then they will not be eligible to receive this subsidy. I believe is critical for them to secure housing if you're homeless or in some type of poverty situation.
With particular criminal histories could face more trouble finding affordable housing options. A plan proposed by the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs would ban some prospective tenants from new supportive housing developments. Our Wiseman has all the details.
Supportive housing developments help to reduce homelessness, but a proposal by the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs would make it harder for people with criminal records to access affordable housing.
I think that's a hindrance, and I don't think they're looking at all the data to really understand the needs of the individuals.
The agency plans to block prospective tenants who have committed some violent felonies and some drug-related offenses from living in new developments financed with low-income housing tax credits for 3 to 7 years after their convictions.
And I don't think a standard across the board is fair.
Tim Wiseman is the executive director for Wiseman Ministries, a nonprofit in Longview that focuses on sheltering the homeless and providing services to get people back on their feet. He says this plan doesn't seem to take into consideration data that shows being on the street increases the chance of being arrested.
I would say that the majority definitely come with something on their background. Maybe not all of them have major felonies or some type of violent or aggravated assaults.
And the plan most likely wouldn't save taxpayers money. In Smith County, it costs $65 a day to house an inmate. That's nearly $24,000 a year. Supportive housing costs less than $20,000 per person and is made up mostly of federal funds. Peyton Wiseman, CBS 19.
I'd like to see our governor take a stance against this particular ruling, and I'd like to see him not put a standard across the board that doesn't allow people with felonies to receive subsidies. Here's the reason for that. According to New Horizons Behavioral Health, 45% of the people that live on the street struggle with some type of mental illness. I also believe there are some politics that are involved here in that you have taxpayers that want to set their own personal precedents for how their dollars are being spent. And that is perfectly fine, but I just think it's sad that people are not taking into consideration over politics. Let's talk recidivism rate. 65% of the people that are reoffending are between the ages of 20 and 30 years old. See, that percentage dropped significantly, all the way down to even 15% for those that are 50 and over. So why would we not take that into consideration rather than just put a standard across the board that says if you have a felony on your record, you are not eligible to receive any kind of help? What I'd like to see us do is reach out to our legislators, express that they need to look at more data. They need to consider more of the options and more of the circumstances of people and not just put a standard across the board that is far-reaching and hinders a lot of people that would qualify and do very well to receive these subsidies. Thank you for watching, and let's give a voice to those that don't have a voice for themselves.